Hey, AP Psych, welcome back to my AP Psych channel. So we talked a little bit about personality in Unit 7C. This is part two, by the way. Now we're going to talk about how do you measure the unconscious. So we talked about free association. That was an awesome way through psychoanalysis. Now we're going to talk about some official ways they do it. So psychoanalytics is very much in practice today to look at personalities, behaviors, disorders, and trying to measure and look into that unconscious. All right, so a projective test is a way that they do that. A projective test, we talked about projection. So think about a projector. They're using this test to project the unconscious onto a screen for the analyst to look over, check, evaluate, so on and so forth. Those include the Rorschach test and the TAT, the thematic apperception test. Both projective tests used to try and measure the unconscious. And you know the Rorschach ink blot test, it's ambiguous, weird ink blots where the person looks at them and describes what they see. And here, if you want to check them out, this is a little video that shows those. And you can kind of just jot down what you see. Like this one, I see two duck heads with a giant feet at the bottom. And those giant feet at the bottom can also be like a dog right here. So you get the drift. That's a Rorschach ink blot test to try and uncover the unconscious. All right. And then there's also the TAT, thematic apperception test, a projective test where the person looks at some scenes and they describe from their gut what they see in the scene. And again, these ambiguous scenes can detail some of those unconscious things, such as this image right here. How you interpret it, it can help you divulge your unconscious. And again, these are used. Here's another one. Like this, is this old lady, this is her thinking about herself in the future, or is it this old lady's, is her mother always questioning her behavior, whatever it is. Okay, again, this is the TAT. All right, now we're to the humanistic perspective. Remember, humanists, be all you can be. Everyone's good. You're all trying to reach that pinnacle of self-actualization to be everything that you are capable of. The humanistic perspective of behavior focuses on self-actualization, healthy individuals, and good people. Led by a man, Abraham Maslow, in his hierarchy of needs. We talked about this. It is at the top. Self-actualization is the ultimate psychological need after the basic needs are met. This is the motivation to meet your potential. Another very important humanist, and it comes to humanistic perspective of personality, is Carl Rogers. He talks about client-centered therapy, focusing on the client through genuineness, accepting the person no matter what, and empathizing. It's pretty interesting. Check out this video of him counseling Gloria. And you can see he basically lets the patient kind of treat themselves. All right, some key aspects of humanistic perspective is unconditional positive regard, unconditional acceptance and love towards another person. This lets that person free their spirit and those motives in trying to become the best person they can. So the trait perspective of personality is basically traits, genes, patterns in our behavior. All right, this can be uncovered through trait and personality inventories, which you guys will have the chance to do, which are pretty cool. A personality inventory is a questionnaire. How you answer, it gauges your responses onto your personality traits. The trait perspective of personality includes this, the Hans Einzig and Sybil Einzig, the two factors of personality: extroversion, introversion, stability, instability. So you can check out these right here. The Minnesota Multiphasic Personality Inventory is a widely used personality inventory used to identify emotional disorders, and it is very comprehensive. The Big Five, this always comes up in the AP test. The Big Five. I don't know why they love it. The Big Five personality trait factors. The trait dimension, think of the acronym CANOE, CANOE, conscientiousness, agreeableness, neuroticism, openness, and extroversion. CANOE. And the endpoints of these dimensions matriculate into the individual's personality. So again, the big 5 factors of personality, the AP loves this for some reason. So make sure you take note of it and understand the canoe: conscientiousness, agreeableness, neuroticism, openness, and extroversion. All right, social cognitive perspective views behavior as influenced by the interaction between people and their surroundings. It makes sense. Social cognitive, social is people, cognitive is mental processes. All right, a couple terms here: reciprocal determinism, interactive influence between the personality and the environmental factors. Nurture. All right, personal control, external versus internal. Our sense of controlling our environments rather than feeling helpless. People with an external locus control blame external factors as determining their fate. Internal locus of control is the opposite: the perception that you control your own fate. And the last slide here, some more terms: spotlight effect, overestimating others, noticing and evaluating our appearance, performance and blunders. Self-esteem is our feeling of self-worth, high or low. And the self-serving bias, our readiness to perceive oneself favorably. And that's it. Unit 7 is a wrap. I'll check you out soon in Unit 8, Clinical Psychology. I'm out.